Hello, everybody. Back again. Today is the first day of the of this next week's video series. I just got off work again, like I always do, and I got the camper spun around. I started messing with the wiring on the jacks to try to understand it, and it's super simple. It's way more simple than I thought. So we'll get some wiring going, and I tested them off the Bluetti, and each one pulls under tension. Each one pulls about between 55 and 75 watts. So times that by 2, because I can only do 2 at a time. I'll show you here. So this side has 2 switches, so I could run this one and that one at the same time. So wiring's right here. This is not permanent. None of that is permanent. Oh, you want to show the marbles to everybody? Oh, look at those little metal marbles, huh? Find more, baby. Much more simple than I thought. So a wire goes from there to this jack. Then I only need power going from here to the... Oh, good job, sweetie. Yeah. And then these wires are just going to end up going into a gland right there, which...
I'm going to show them 4.
Okay, sweetie.
Look at 4 of them.
Yeah, those are called ball bearings.
Oh.
You could just call them marbles, though, right?
Yeah.
So, here's the other gland. No, that's me. Hold on. Here's the other gland. It'll probably just go right in next to it so it looks cleaner. And then I'll... Actually, no. This would be much better, I think. Put it right there. And then I could run my wires up underneath, across, which I've already measured for. I got enough wire here. Run it up across, tie it with those cable ties, run it over to here. And then this guy is just going to get wired right into there, straight to a fuse panel that I ordered that actually is here right now with me. And then the other side will be the same thing, super simple, from there to here. Then I just need to run wires from here across to the other side. The most simple way I think we could do it is just do cable ties or cable clips across the whole bottom here, and tuck the wire in, and then maybe just paint the wire, because the wire that I have is red and black. So yeah, paint the wire, run it up, and then run it into the Bluetti, and we'll be good. The jacks will be all good to go. I was messing around with... Sorry, I keep spinning you guys around. I was messing around with this, just trying to figure out why it does the things that it does. So like I said, I still have to kind of strengthen back here. I think what I'm going to do is just get a longer bolt and then just do a bolt and nut through it, and then maybe like a piece of like a steel plate just to go underneath it, and that way it'll grab onto it and kind of sandwich it all together, and then just run her real tight. So yeah. Oh yeah, you're gonna love this. A little oversight. So yesterday I put those 2x6s on the side of the camper, and I thought that my wheel well, for some reason I thought it was more than 48 inches, and I was correct, but not as much as I thought. So my wheel well is 50 point... Yeah, baby, let's find more. My wheel well is 50.6 inches wide. So my campers, before I added that, was 48 inches wide. So adding the 2x6s just made it 51 inches wide. So now I know that the camper's not going to give, the wood's not going to give, Okay, sorry about that. So, yeah, so I made it half an inch too wide. And I know that's like only a 1/4 inch on each side. But I have this carpeting that I installed in the bed. So this carpeting with the padding underneath it has got to be like a 1/4 of an inch thick. So now what I need to do is I'm not removing those 2x6s. I like the way they look. I like the function that it gives, and I like the strength that I am assuming that it adds. Also, Yeah, I mean, there's no way I'm taking that out. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to measure where the wheel well starts from here. Whoops. Okay. From here to wherever it starts, like right here. And then I'm going to notch out where the wheel well sits. So essentially it'll just kind of cradle the wheel wells. Oh, I mean, only a 1/4 inch on each side, but it will cradle the wheel wells. So that's going to have to happen before the camper goes in. If I would have known that, I may have used something a little bit thinner, or honestly, maybe just not have used it at all. So, but yeah, worst case scenario, I will remove it, but I don't think that that's necessary, and I really just don't feel like doing that. So, yeah, some cool things coming up. I'm excited. I also ordered clearance marker lights and brake lights and more wiring and I got the fuse panel. So I'm going to put a clearance marker on each corner. 2 on the back, left and right, 2 on the front, left and right, 2 on each side, front and back. And then I'm going to put brake lights on it, and I'll put them all, I'll put the brake lights low, and I'll put the the clearance marker lights up higher. But the cool thing is with the trim, I could tuck any wiring I want up against the trim, and it's going to be black, so it's not going to stand out. So, yeah, I'm stoked about that. I installed a 12-volt cigarette lighter. I installed a 12-volt 7-way round plug for my old camper in the bed of my truck through the carpet. So I ordered a 7-way round to a bus bar that I'm going to put on the camper. And what I'm going to do is obviously wire the clearance lights to that and the brake lights. But I'm also going to try to wire the power. No thanks, baby. I'm also going to try to wire the power. Don't put them in your mouth. Okay. Don't do it for real though. Okay. I love you. I'm also going to try to wire the ground and the positive to the cigarette lighter charger for the Bluetti. So just hook it up to the fuse panel, run it in, and yeah, baby. And then I should be able to charge the Bluetti while I'm driving. Or I guess if I ever just got into a pinch, I could just start my truck and it'll charge the Bluetti slowly, but it will charge the Bluetti. So, and then I got a 12-volt socket, okay, baby. There's a bunch right there. There's like 5 or 6 on the floor right there. 7, 8, 9, 10. They're everywhere. Yeah. So a wall-mounted 12-volt like cigarette lighter plug. So it'll be nice and clean inside of there. It won't be much hardwired stuff. So yeah, I'll be able to charge with solar, be able to charge with my alternator, and then I'll be able to charge on shore power when I do plug into shore power. Yeah, and I've got some other really cool ideas coming up. I've been thinking about the 2 couches. They're really cool, but there are other ways to like lay out the couch cushions in like a modular way. So I can still have the 2 couches, but I can also move the cushions over to make a sectional, which you may have seen in the last video. So I basically just had an L-shaped sectional on the driver's side of the truck. The camper rather. And what that would allow me to do is to build a simple modular customizable, or not customizable. Yeah, I guess just modular countertop that would like pack flat and maybe get assembled easily with some hinges, but pack flat and fit up against the kick panels down below where your feet are going to go up against the side. And then when I want to have a countertop, if I make this simple enough, I can pull it out, set it where one of the benches is, and have myself a countertop, maybe 4 feet wide and however tall we need to make it. But yeah, that's kind of something I've been thinking about that would provide a really cool way to have that sort of modular type of option. So that's something for a way later video. I'll probably be camping in it before I ever make that video. But it's just something that's been in the back of my mind as far as like more things that I could do in the future. And so, yeah, I'm going to stop yakking, and get to wiring up these jacks and, yeah, let you guys watch. Back at it again. I took out the Bluetti last night to test out the jacks, and now that I've got things that are starting to happen with needing to wire in all the oh goodness, all the marker lights, the brake lights that I'm going to put on, the wiring the jacks in, that's all going to happen today. So the Bluetti's going to stay out, but now I'm in the dark because I need to wire in this fuse panel. So that's what's happening right now. I need to wire in my fuse panel and then get the couple things connected that I'm gonna be connecting, and yeah, get going on things. I've got a couple of appointments today, but I think I might try to put the camper on the truck today. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, stay tuned. So it'll be a little bit of a trial and error trying to figure out the right fuse size for the jacks. Yeah, we're gonna see what it is. I'm sure there's a mathematical way to do it based on how many watts it uses, but yeah, I don't know how to do that. So I might blow some fuses. I'm not obviously gonna do a 5, but maybe a 15 or a 20 will do it. So we're gonna find out. Here we go. Got this side kind of dummy wired up on a 15 amp fuse. So let's see if it works and how long. Huh. For some reason I'm getting light flicker when I do that. That's interesting. Let's see what happens when it goes under tension. Oh, the lights dim a lot. I don't like that. I guess I wouldn't be using the jacks while I'm, That's really strange, but it's it's working. It's not blowing the fuse at 15 amps, so. I'm gonna have to figure out the dimming situation. It is coming off of one cigarette lighter cord, or outlet. So maybe if I got the AC 200, maybe because they have two cigarette lighter ports or two ports, maybe there wouldn't be that drop in voltage or drop in whatever is causing it to dim the lights. But yeah, anyway, that's it for now. All right, guys, hang on now. My mic died. Testing. Okay, there we go. Okay, hey guys. So I just got done wiring the jacks. This one comes out and down with the cable clips. I still need to wrap that in a waterproof tubing, but it goes all the way across the bottom. I decided not to wrap this. It's probably not UV protected, but it's not going to ever see UVs underneath. And then up to here, where one power comes in and one power comes out, and then it goes underneath right here, across, and then right up into, I gotta paint that again, it's caulk it, but up into where the fuse panel is. The other one goes down under the door, up over to the other side where two meet up, and then over there all the way to the front jack. I'm having problems with this button sticking, and I'm still having problems with this steel being weak, so I need to reinforce this still. But it does work, so it's just finicky. So might have to order a switch, which I saw plenty on Amazon that were the exact same size, but it's up on jacks on its own power. So now for getting it narrow again, with cutting these 2x6s down so it fits in the bed of my truck, and then drilling out these holes for the jaw swivels, which I had to run to Harbor Freight because what I ordered didn't get delivered on time. So went to Harbor Freight and got 3/8 jaw swivels that hold 1,000 kilograms a piece, which I don't know what the weight is, or the pounds, but it's plenty enough, whatever that is. So I'll drill in little holes on those tabs and put those on, and then Loctite the bolt for them. The Bluetti's back in. I still have to clean up the solar wires. Some of this is just extension cords, just random stuff. But the fuse panel is back in there. I need to clean up the wires a little bit and put the cover back on. Yeah, and that's it. Hey guys, so the 2x6s that I put on, I ended up having to take off. They were just a little bit too wide, like I said previously, so I removed them. I'm going to do some 1x6s and put them back in the same spot. Really the only reason that I want them is for cleanliness. And I know it's never going to happen, but just so these don't have a chance to roll one way or the other. That sounds silly. I also just kind of liked the way that it looked. So yeah, 1x6, I'm going to put it back, caulk it, re-glue it with construction adhesive, and paint it again. And so that'll be back on. I got these all drilled out and installed. I got all of this stuff ready to go here, and the camper is ready to go on the truck. So we're going to test fit it right now. Hello everybody. I got the camper on the truck today. As you can see, I've got my frame mounts on. I got the holes drilled. I didn't realize I didn't paint this, so that's gonna have to come off this weekend and get painted. But yeah, I got the holes drilled, I got the eyelets on, all attached, the front and back. Yeah, it fits well. It hauls really well. It is light. I'm gonna weigh it this weekend and then we'll know for sure. But the tailgate closes just like I wanted. Tiny bit of storage space here, and then same on the other side. Perfect for a diaper. Yeah, it's locked right now, but the solar panels were charging today because it was a sunny day. So yeah, it was a good day. I didn't do a lot of filming today, but I'll get some more stuff filmed once I get going on the lights and stuff like that. I still have some spots that I need to paint up in there, and then I might actually shove a piece of trim across all the way across there and then paint it black. But yeah, that all needs to get painted. And then, yeah, this needs to get painted that gray color. That needs to get painted black. Up in the soffits, they need to get painted, which I've been dreading because it's gonna take a lot of time. I'm not gonna spray it because I don't have a sprayer. Hey guys, so today I'm working on the support for the jack. I got a longer bolt, so this is what I'm dealing with. It's not what I'm dealing with, it's down here. Right here in this short point is where the steel got weak. You can see where the powder coating cracked. So this side's fine, but this side's not. I went and got a longer bolt, and I got a steel L bracket. So what I'm thinking is, if it fits, I can trim this up, but this will go underneath. Yeah, and I'll cut off what I don't need, and then I got a longer bolt, and I got a lock washer, and then a couple of other, or not a lock washer, a nylon locking nut. So what I'm going to do is try to integrate this. I'll cut wherever I need to. I'll cut it short here, and then drill out where I need to here, and then I'll just drill through this and then put it underneath, obviously, and then do some bolts, like bolt it here, maybe here, and then maybe here and here, and that should strengthen it up enough, and yeah, should be good to go. So I'm gonna work on that. So yeah, those are the 2x6s that I took off that went on the sides here. And I went to Home Depot and got some coal lumber, and I think it's maple. I'm not sure. I don't really care actually, because I'm gonna paint it. But they're like 1x6s, I believe. So I'm gonna pop those back on there, and like I said, they're pretty much just gonna be for looks. I got some more caulk and some more construction adhesive, so there's that. This weekend I have to myself, so I'm gonna finish a lot. Finish doing some caulk in some spots, maybe paint the eaves. probably gonna do some sort of trim and paint underneath here. And I don't know, I've been thinking about putting a window there because I'd really like to be able to see into the cab of the truck. So I kind of went and looked, but all I could find were like the what's the word, hazy ones, whatever, the ones that you can't actually see through. They're just kind of frosted. So yeah, that's that. Okay, bye. Alright, so I got an oscillating fan, a 12 volt, just cheap. It was on clearance at Walmart. So I think I'm gonna wire that in and see how many watts it draws. I know that the Hercules one didn't draw a lot, but it's kind of big, and this is a tiny space, so a clip-on 12 volt oscillating fan might be perfect. So I think I'm gonna switch to that. And then I bought a Fight Electric LED RGB strip that's like app controlled. I think it comes with it comes with a remote that's, I think, like a switch. And where I want to wire it is back in here. Let me turn you around, get you up in there. So there's a gap, and this is just a fascia that's covering a 2x3 that's up in there. So what I want to do is stick it to the 2x3 up along there on each side, and then run the remainder of the strip up above and along the top of this shelf to there, and then under this one all the way across. So it's 16 feet in total. I think it runs on 110 volts, 120 volts. So yeah. Then when all the lights are out, I can have it just glow, and I think it'll glow down on the sides and make the walls glow, and then the cubby up there, it'll glow up and maybe make the ceiling look really cool. So we're gonna do that right now, and then I will show you a demo of it afterwards. That's it. That's gonna do it for this week, and yeah, hope to see you guys next week. I got a lot of subscribers in the last month and a half since I started doing this, trying to do this more seriously. And yeah, thank everybody for that. And I've gotten a lot of views. I'm really happy about that. And I'm just hoping people like my content. I'm trying really hard to make sure that it's worth watching. And I don't want to make my videos too long, but I want to make them long enough for people to enjoy. I personally, if it's this kind of content, I'll watch like Saucy Seth or Andrew Ryan POV. Like, they've posted videos that are an hour or 2 hours long, and I sat there and watched the whole thing just because it's fascinating to me. So yeah, if anybody's like me, then hopefully people will watch my videos this long as well. So okay, well, thanks. All right.